The green one measures 9.5 inches by 5 inches. Red and white one is 10.5 inches by 6 inches. I just wanted to show a close-up of these candy hot pads. I made a green one, and then there's a slightly larger red one. Little peppermint candies. They're going to go with this gift set that I made. The holly with berries, this one is made with 100% cotton yarn with the light green and the darker green. And then this one was made with acrylic yarns. And in the separate video tutorial, I also show how to attach it to a hair tie. So you can have like a double gift, the actual jar itself and the hair tie as a gift. So these hot pads I'm just going to show you with a little teapot, the size, what it would look like with the teapot on there. So anything warm you can set on these. And they would make a wonderful gift, or you can use them in your own kitchen. For this crochet project, you're going to need your 5mm crochet hook, as well as your tapestry needle, and a pair of scissors. On video tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make the green and white version of this peppermint candy hot pad. This hot pad that I made is a blend of I Love This cotton yarn as well as just Sugar and Lily white 100% cotton yarn. So I Love This cotton yarn is also 100% cotton yarn. And for the green one, I'm just using this darker green and my sparkly white. And again, this is I Love This cotton yarn. Here's an example of the lighter green version that I used for this holly with berries. I have a separate video tutorial for this one. And then for this one, I just used acrylic yarn. So you can see the 100% acrylic yarn with this one. This pattern that I'm going to show you is the same pattern that I used for my crochet ribbed winter beanie hat. I'm going to alter the rib formation to form this candy hot pad. I also have a separate video tutorial that shows you how to change your winter beanie into a messy bun or ponytail beanie hat. So the first thing you're going to do is whatever main color you want for the center of your candy, you're going to take, I'm using the green colored yarn, so I'm going to place that with whatever white colored yarn that I'm using. I'm using my metallic white glittery yarn. We're going to start with a magic circle. Just drape the yarn across your 4 fingers, use your thumb to stabilize, and then wrap the yarn around your 2 middle fingers and hold it in place with your pinky and your thumb. Now you're going to take your crochet hook, and again I'm using my 5mm crochet hook. You're going to go under all of the loops around your 2 middle fingers. You're going to hook and bring up a loop. And then you're going to yarn over, turn the hook upside down and go through that loop for a slip knot. Then you're going to go under that loop again. You're going to bring up a loop, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and go through both of them. Actually it's 4 loops because you're combining the yarn, but go under both for a single crochet. Then you're going to chain 2. 1, 2. That's going to count as your first double crochet into the magic circle. You're going to be making a total of, you're going to make a total of 12 into the magic circle. So just yarn over, go into the magic circle, bring up a loop, yarn over, turn the hook upside down and go through 2 loops remaining, yarn over and then go through 2. So far I have 2 double crochet into the magic circle. And you're just going to keep making double crochets into the magic circle until you have a total of 12. So that's 3. I'm going to make 1 more with you, and then you can go ahead and finish making a total of 12. Yarn over, go into the magic circle, bring up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and go through 2, yarn over and go through 2. So go ahead, finish making 12 double crochet into the magic circle. You can move the double crochet over too. That's what's nice about the magic circles. You can move the stitches over so you can fit them into the magic circle. After you finish making 12 double crochet into the magic circle, just take your forefinger and thumb and hold the base of the 12 double crochet. You have these 2 loops on the opposite side. It's actually 4 because you're crocheting with double yarn. You're going to take and pull on 2 of them. It should be a white and a green colored yarn. If it doesn't close, let go and pull on the other one. And then don't worry if you don't get it closed all the way, because you can always close it more later, but close it as much as you can. And then once you close as much as you can, take those 2 loose yarn ends and pull on that. And that will close up the center of the magic circle. So you may still have just a little bit of an opening. Don't worry about that right now. What you're going to do is just turn your work, and then you're going to go to that first chain 3 that you had, the first double crochet. And then you're going to make a slip stitch into the top stitch. So you're going to go into the top stitch of that first double crochet that you made to form a circle. You're going to make a slip stitch, yarn over, turn the hook upside down, and bring the yarn through both loops on the hook. And you can see how it joins it into a nice circle. Then you can turn it over if you need to, and then just pull on the center, the loose yarn end, and you can see how it closes up the center of the circle. That's why I really love this magic circle. Now we're ready to start the next round. The first thing you're going to do is just chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be an increase round, meaning that we're going to increase the number of stitches for this round. So what you want to do is you want to find where the next stitch is. This is the next double crochet. We're going to be working around the post of the double crochet. We're going to make a front post double crochet. So you just yarn over. You're going to go around that post, and you can see how the post is in the front of the crochet hook. That's why it's called the front post double crochet. Go ahead and bring up a loop. 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and go through 2, and then yarn over and go through 2. So you just made a front post double crochet. You're going to make 1 more around the same stitch. So you're going to place 2 front post double crochet around this same stitch. Now you're going to go find the next stitch. So here is the next stitch. You can see the post of the next stitch. This one is going to be a back post double crochet. So you're going to yarn over, and you're going to come from behind, come forward across that post, and then you could see how the post of that next double crochet stitch is behind the crochet hook. That's why it's called a back post double crochet. Then what you're going to do is you're going to bring up a loop. So yarn over, turn the hook upside down, and bring up a loop. You can pull up your 3 loops, yarn over, turn the hook upside down, and go through 2. Yarn over, turn the hook upside down, and go through 2. And you can see how you made a back post double crochet around that next stitch. Now you're going to make 1 more back post double crochet around the same stitch. So yarn over, you're going to go behind, go in front of that post to put the post behind the crochet hook. So back post double crochet, bring up a loop. You can pull up the loops a little bit with your crochet hook, yarn over, turn the hook upside down and go through 2, yarn over, turn the hook upside down and go through 2 for a double crochet. And then you're just going to repeat this pattern all the way around. 2 front post double crochet, 2 back post double crochet. So I'm going to show you one more set. So I'm going to make 2 front post double crochet around the next stitch. So here is the next stitch. So I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to go into the front post, double crochet, so that's 1. Now I'm going to make 1 more around that same stitch. Now I'm going to find my next post. Here's my next post. I'm going to make 2 back post double crochet around that next stitch. So I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to go from behind towards the front, go across that next post so that it's a back post double crochet, bring up a loop, yarn over and go through 2, and then yarn over and go through 2. So it does get easier. This is the hardest part because the stitches are so close together, but once you finish, it gets easier and easier for each of the subsequent rounds. So now I want to make 1 more back post double crochet. And you're just going to keep repeating that pattern all the way around back to the beginning. This is how your work should look so far. You can see the beautiful pattern that it's creating. On the back, this is what it looks like. This is the side that I want to be the right side. So the back side where you have your loose yarn in, that's the wrong side. Now I'm just going to show you how to count the stitches to make sure that you're following along with me correctly. Here is the first chain 3 that we made. This is our 2 front post double crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and count these 2 stitches first. So that's 1, 2. Here's the 2 back posts. So 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and 22. So we have 2 stitches left to complete 24 because we made 2 stitches for each of the 12 stitches in our beginning round. So the second round we're going to end up with a double, 24 stitches. So around the same stitch that we had our first chain 3, we're going to make, the previous stitch was 2 front post double crochet, so I'm going to make 2 back post double crochet around that last stitch, and that will give me a total of 24 stitches for that round. Then I'm going to go ahead and make a slip stitch into the top stitch of that first chain 3 that we made. So go right into that top stitch of that first chain 3 that we made, and then you joined and finished that second round. Now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and now you're ready for your next increase round. So now I'm going to make, this is how this pattern is going to be different from the hat. So I have a separate video tutorial for the hat. So I show you a different way to increase for the hat to create the ribbed pattern on your beanie, your winter beanie. For this one, I want the front to be the front of the hot pad. So I'm going to make my increase stitches on the front post double crochet. So the first thing you're going to do, the first front post double crochet, you're going to make 1 front post double crochet. Make sure you only grab that next stitch. So only 1 of those for a front post double crochet. Then on the second one, the second front post double crochet, you're going to make 2 front post double crochet around that stitch. Then you're going to make 1 back post double crochet around the previous row's back post double crochet. So yarn over, go from behind, go across that first back post, bring up a loop. Oops, try that again. Make your double crochet, and then you're going to make only one back post double crochet across that second back post double crochet on the previous row. So yarn over, go around that next stitch, back post double crochet, bring up a loop, and then you're just going to keep repeating that pattern all the way around. I'm going to make one more set with you. So a front post double crochet around the next stitch, and then 2 front post double crochet around the next stitch, then you're going to make 1 back post double crochet around the next stitch, and then 1 back post double crochet around the next stitch. And then you're just going to repeat. Just repeat that pattern. 1 front post double crochet around the next stitch, 2 front post double crochet on the second stitch, 1 back post double crochet around the next stitch, and 1 back post double crochet around the next stitch. And keep repeating all the way around back to the beginning. This is how my work looks so far. I just finished 30 stitches on that last round. Now I'm back to my first chain 3. So I'm going to make a slip stitch into the top stitch of that first chain 3. Then you're ready to move up to the next round, so you just chain 3. Now we're no longer going to make increase rounds. So now you're just going to make 1 double crochet for each stitch. So for the first 3 stitches, I have 3 front post double crochets in the previous round. So I'm going to have 1 front post double crochet for each of those stitches. Then you have the 2 back post double crochets. You're going to have 1 back post double crochet for each of those 2, and then you're just going to repeat all the way around back to the beginning. And you're going to do that for 2 more rounds. So I'm going to make 1 set with you. I'm going to make 1 front post double crochet in the next stitch, 1 front post double crochet in the next stitch, 1 front post double crochet in the third stitch. Now I want to make a back post double crochet around the next stitch because it's a back post double crochet from the previous row. Now I want to make a back post double crochet into the next stitch. And then you're just going to repeat 1 front post double crochet in the next 3 stitches and 1 back post double crochet in the next 2. And keep repeating that pattern all the way around for 2 more rounds. This is how mine looks so far. Now we're going to make the last round, which is going to be an increase round. So you're going to chain 3 after you slip stitch and join. You're going to make 1 front post double crochet around the next stitch, 1 front post double crochet around the next stitch, and then 2 front post double crochet around that third stitch. So now you're up to 4 ribs instead of the 3. Then you're going to make a back post double crochet around the previous row's back post double crochet, and then 1 back post double crochet around the next stitch. Then you're going to repeat the pattern. 1 front post double crochet around the first 2 stitches, and then 2 front post double crochet around the third. and then just keep repeating the pattern all the way around. This is what your work should look like. If it poofs up a little bit, just kind of flatten it down. And if you want to make yours a little bit larger, then you would just keep increasing just like we did. So we came up to 4 ribs on this one, so you can keep increasing to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around the 4th, and so on all the way around to the size you want. But this is the size that I'm going to have. So now you can go ahead and finish off. Just yarn over, turn the hook upside down, and bring enough yarn through to bury into your work. Now you're going to double up your white yarn so that we can make the candy wrapper on the side. And you can see how I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on both sides. You want to center them so that they're equal or symmetrical, meaning they look the same on both sides. So here I'm going to try to bury my loose yarn end. So I'm going to go over. This is going to count as 1, 2, 3, because I'm going to make 6. So that'll count as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to join my yarn over here. So I'm going to take my double white yarn. I'm using my, I love this cotton sparkly yarn, and then just my Sugar Lilies plain yarn, 100% cotton yarn. Chain 1, and then you're just going to turn your work over to tie a knot. Then you can go ahead and just chain 3. One, 2, 3. That's going to count as your first double crochet. I'm going to carry my loose yarn ends because I'm going to bury them as I work. So I'm going to make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, go behind your loose yarn ends, bring up a loop, make your double crochet, and then you're just going to make 1 double crochet into the next 6 stitches. And at the same time, I'm just burying my loose yarn ends. So this is the 4th, 5th, then I can go ahead and cut my loose yarn ends. Careful you don't cut your work. And then I'm going to make my last double crochet in the next stitch. Then you're going to go ahead and chain 3. Then you're going to turn your work. You're going to make a double crochet into the same stitch. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And then 1 double crochet into the rest of the stitches except for the last stitch. The last stitch we're going to place 2 double crochets. So you can see I have 2 stitches left. Oops. So now I want to make 2 double crochet into the last stitch. So for that round I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches. Then you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn your work. You're going to make a double crochet into the same stitch. Then I'm going to make a double crochet into the next stitch. And then you're going to make one double crochet into every stitch across except for the last stitch. In the last stitch, you're going to make 2 double crochet. Then you can go ahead and finish off. So just yarn over and pull enough yarn through to bury into your work. Now you're going to repeat the exact same pattern on the opposite side. So you can even fold it if you need to make sure that you place them in the exact same stitch, and then make the exact same thing on the opposite side the same way. So you can have fun with different sizes. This one I made a little bit smaller, and this one I made one more round to make it slightly larger. You can see that I just did one more round and made it slightly larger, so you can have fun with it and create your own styles, a green and a red one, or different colors if you want. So now you have the perfect gift that can go with any of your favorite homemade jar gifts. Here, and I have a separate video tutorial for the holly with berries, but I show how to attach it to a hair tie, so the person actually gets 2 gifts, the actual jar gift as well as a hair tie, so it will be easily removed from the gift to wear in your hair. And then these little cute hot pads go perfectly with this gift.